Imagine if there was a single Python library that could teach you robotics from the ground up, not just by giving you answers, but by letting you understand exactly how those answers are generated. Kinematics, dynamics, inverse kinematics, motion planning, SLAM, robot simulation, and it supports real robot models used across industry and research. Sounds like a paid university platform, right? Well, it's actually a completely free open-source project on GitHub created by one of the most respected names in robotics, Peter Corke. And if you're serious about learning robotics, this might be one of the best resources you'll ever find. Peter Corke's Robotics Toolbox for Python is much more than a collection of robotics algorithms. It's an entire robotics ecosystem. Instead of searching for separate libraries for kinematics, trajectory planning, robot dynamics, visualization, and simulation, this toolbox brings everything together in one place. With a few lines of code, you can build robotic systems, analyze robot motion, solve inverse kinematics, generate trajectories, simulate robots in 3D, explore localization and SLAM concepts. And the toolbox includes over 50 robot models ready to use. From industrial arms to research platforms, there's a huge collection available out of the box. One thing I really like is that you're not limited to toy examples. The toolbox includes models from robots that engineers actually use. You'll find robots from Franca Emica, Universal Robots, Canova, Puma, and dozens more. You can load existing robot descriptions using URDF files, inspect their kinematics, and immediately start experimenting. Want to visualize a robotic arm moving through space? You can do that. Want to test an inverse kinematic solution? You can do that too. Everything is built for learning and experimentation. But here's the feature that makes this project special. And honestly, it might be the biggest reason students love it. Most libraries today work like black boxes. You call a function, the function returns an answer, and you move on. But if you're trying to learn robotics, that isn't always helpful. You want to know, why did the algorithm produce that solution? How is the Jacobian being computed? What's happening behind the scenes during inverse kinematics? This toolbox was intentionally written to be readable. You can open the implementation and follow the mathematics step by step. Instead of simply memorizing commands, you're learning the concepts underneath them. That's a huge advantage for robotics students, researchers, engineers transitioning into robotics, anyone preparing for robotics interviews. The project becomes both a software library and a learning platform at the same time. And that's surprisingly rare. What's even more impressive is that this project didn't appear overnight. It builds on Peter Corke's robotics work that dates back to the 1990s. For decades, his toolboxes have been used in universities, research labs, and robotics courses around the world. The Python version continues that legacy while making robotics education more accessible than ever. So you're not just using another GitHub repository. You're learning from a framework that has evolved through years of teaching, research, and real-world robotics applications. Peter Corke put one of the most useful robotics resources on GitHub. Not one algorithm, an entire robotics toolbox. Kinematics plus dynamics. Inverse kinematics plus Jacobians. Motion planning plus control. Localization plus SLAM. 50 plus robot models. Franca, Universal Robots. Canova, Puma. You can load URDFs, generate trajectories, solve IK, simulate motion, and visualize everything in 3D. If you've been wanting to get into robotics but didn't know where to start, this is one of the best playgrounds available. You can learn theory, experiment with real robot models, visualize ideas in 3D, and understand what's happening underneath the code, all without spending a dollar. Free, open source, Python. I'll leave the GitHub link in the description so you can explore it yourself. And if you want more hidden gems like this, covering AI, robotics, machine learning, and developer tools, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and follow for more resources that can accelerate your learning journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next